Knicks are back to 500, 22-22. They surpassed their win total from all of last season. They were like 21-42.
It was not
absolutely miserable. And now that I got 22 wins already, 22-22, sixth spot in the East. Remember, 10 teams out of each conference will be making the playoffs. Which makes me want to believe, and not even believe, I hope they do something at the deadline. Something. I know it won't be big, but I think that if they are in a position that they are like a 5 or a 6, and they play one of those mid seeds, if they drop like low and they have to face like a full healthy like 76er team, net team, Buck
You're
team.
You're going to need some people.
But I'm saying, I think regardless, that's setting up for just loss. I think if they run into like a team like the Hornets or the Hawks, that they could take a series,
Well, that's what worries me about it being 10 teams that are getting in. A fucking Orlando Magic could at least make it like 6-7 games. You never know.
Right.
Especially with the Knicks.
So that's why if they can get a solid seeding where they face a mid-pack team in the East, I don't see why they couldn't win a possible series. But again, I think that it's going to take like a move to bring in some quality piece. And we said, like, I was talking to Michael last week about, and obviously you were here. Then like just the veteran signing has been really good. Like Reggie Bullock, like Alec Burks, guys have stepped up, played great defense. Even like Nerlens Noel, Mitch is back. We were talking about that. He played great last night. I think he had like 16 and 11 yesterday, and 6 were on the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's the big part. That's the big part.
They absolutely took the Wizards to town last night.
Russell Westbrook is washed.
But I think that's the wrong word. I don't think he's washed. He's 32. I still think he's a prolific player in score. Like, their defense was fantastic last night against him and Bradley Beal. The whole thing that I see is so many Knicks fans were calling for the Knicks to bring him in this year. And you can see it's like, nah, good. There's no reason.
He's a team killer. He's somebody that demands the ball, and everyone says he's a great locker room presence, which I believe. I definitely believe that. But I don't think he's good for your team. He's a little bit of a cancer on the court.
He forced up and got blocked a handful of times last night, forcing the ball inside. Like RJ Barrett sent him back twice. Mitch sent him back once.
He's also never been a good shooter. Yeah. That doesn't fly in today's NBA.
I would say he goes to the rack. He's great. He's great at the rim. You know how he can finish.
Absolutely. But
I mean, the shooting performance yesterday goes to Julius Randle. I mean, making 7 out of 9 from behind the arc, dropped 37 points. Their 3-point shooting continues to be good after this year at one point had like one of the worst 3-point outings ever. They went 3 for 36.
Yeah, that was a bad streak.
In one game, like 3 months ago. And now they're sitting around that solid like 40% margin with guys like Randall and Burks and Bullock, and RJ is showing up every game. The last 12 games he's averaging 25 and 5. And he's 50% from the field. I mean,
he's a top guard in the East right now throughout this streak. Okay, he's not obviously on a Beal or a Ben Simmons type of level yet, but he could get there. I could see him.
It's his second season, and I hate the people that were crying about the Knicks getting cheated. And again, Zion and Ja are a step above, but I was never shit. We missed out on the top 2. We have to settle for RJ Barrett. What? The kid is 20 years old, and he's putting up numbers that you thought wouldn't be possible just a season ago. The growth of this one season has been incredible. And again, he is 20. He's a cornerstone. He's a cornerstone of this team. It's Randall. It's RJ. And I think by free agency next year, or maybe at the deadline, whatever they think is possible this season, they'll bring in another big name, and those will be, I feel like, your three guys. Because I think they extend Randall. Randall doesn't want to go anywhere.
No.
I think they're going to extend him and keep him for a good price to what he is.
And
You know what? Randall's 26 years old.
Not that old.
Dude's been in the league for like 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came out of Kentucky after his freshman year. So
And you have Quickly coming off the bench, who could be your spark. Keep him as your spark.
He had three or four threes last night. He shot the ball well.
I'm putting Randall's performance on his new braids also. His new cornrows.
Dude, they look like a spider in the back.
They
It's
look
sick.
fantastic. He had a run there for 3 games where he was getting gypped at the end of every game, whether it was by the referees, whether it was just their competition had the edge just by a little bit. New braids, new Randall. 7 of 9, like you said. He looked good on the block. He looked very good in the post. Very good.
Even with Beal playing pretty good defense
great on him.
Once he got inside. I think after they were up by 32 at a point during this game, and Beal was still playing like different thought. Beal's a guy that a lot of people like and want to pursue. He does not want to leave. Like, this is his team. Like, Beal's gotten to the point now that Wall left and they traded him. He wants to be here. It's his team, and he doesn't quit.
No.
The fact they were down 30 and he's still
He doesn't
really
talk
playing
a lot either. He's
tight
not,
defense.
He just plays. He never says anything. He just plays.
Yeah.
You don't find a lot of people like that anymore. But the Knicks finally have somebody that makes correct decisions with the ball. They actually have 2 people that
They have a few
almost
guys.
always make the correct decision with the
They have a
ball.
few guys.
And that's something that we haven't seen in a long time. And it's refreshing. And I actually want to go to the Garden. I actually want to spend $115 on a ticket. I actually want to go to Lobel's and get a steak. I actually want to smell the fucking concrete and the upper deck of the Garden for the first time in a long time.
It brings me back to the team, like, I guess with Lynn, in the sense of like unselfish, always making the extra pass, always finding the open man.
Exciting.
Yeah.
We
And
went to that game.
against the Mavericks.
Him,
Novak.
Baron Davis, Novak. I think Sheed might have been on the team. I
Was
know
Sheed on that team?
I know
Might have been.
JR was on the team. Amari.
That was still Melo too. Like I think.
Was Melo on that team?
Yeah, Melo was still there. I think at the time though, Melo was. There was the stretch that he was out, and Lynn was like the number 1 scorer for like that stretch. But Carmelo was obviously there. They're fun.
Go Knicks.
They play Thursday. They play tomorrow at home against that same Wizards team. I expect a way tighter matchup. When a game in that essential, like a true back-to-back in the sense of same arena, same team. Like they didn't like both of these are at the Garden. It's not like a home away too. It's a away same team. Wizards, I think, are going to play with a little bit more urgency. Usually a team that wins by that much that first game is more laxed. I think that Thibodeau is a coach with these young guys that's the first thing he says. Don't think that this is, a walk around the park like it was Tuesday night.
And let's hope that the Wizards went out Tuesday night. A little hangover. Even tonight they go out. Let's hope they enjoy New York. It's starting to open up again, and they're not ready to play again on Thursday, and we can whoop them again.
Get them back over 500. Let's go Knicks.